The Daddy Letters. Letter 17. Cheat-Proof Marriage, Part 3.
Dear daughters, it was great fun watching you girls fight over who bakes the best apple pie. It was also great to be the beneficiary of the rivalry. You girls should practice your baking skills and have another competition soon. I promised to finish my reply to your question about how to cheat-proof your marriages. I left off writing about the importance of releasing your husbands from well-meaning, but damaging, unrealistic expectations. I want to add to that thought a warning that unrealistic expectations also weaken you, because the frustration you feel from not having your expectations met can ignite resentment in you, especially if you don't think your expectations are unrealistic. Chronic failure of your mate meeting your expectations can eat away at your affection for them, and diminished affection in your marriage might make you vulnerable to seeking affection outside marriage.
Their spirits are willing, but their flesh reeks of weakness. We have spent millennia making our seductive practices effective. That is why we maintain the advantage, ye dark followers.
I know all of you are thinking to yourselves, I would never seek affection from another man. But I warn you, never say never. Every one of us is capable of despicable deeds given the right circumstances, timing, opportunity, emotional state, attraction, and unsatisfied hunger. I wrote a poem about despicable deeds hiding inside all of us years ago, and I will share it here. It reads, "Despicable deeds are hiding in me, couched silent and still, beckoning my will to set them all free. My dark nature of sin makes vile demons its friends, who deceive me and tout, till my dark deeds are let out, and vile thoughts are let in." The meter is a little off, but I hope you get the point. Disappointed expectations can summon up dark deeds hiding in your soul, and let vile thoughts enter in that degrade your commitment to he who leaves your soul wanting. Moving on, I will address intramarital revenge seeking. Don't damage your bond by getting into a revenge cycle with your husband, paying him back for something he did wrong to you. 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 15 says, "Make sure that no one ever pays back one wrong with another wrong. Instead, always try to do what is good for each other and everyone else." The payback game can escalate quickly into payback tactics that invite outsiders into the fray. Outsiders of the opposite sex can soon become dangerous liaisons. For example, a wife might be frustrated because she thought her husband was flirting with a waitress. In revenge, she flirts with a neighbor who begins to pursue what he perceived was an invitation. Things could go a lot of directions, and none of them good. Don't even seek petty revenges. For example, don't refuse to make that favorite dish he requested in retaliation against him failing to take you out to a movie he promised. Romans 12:17 says, "Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone." Girls, be careful not to make affection a performance-based reward. It does damage to his sense of well-being, and his sense of being appreciated for who he is. Affection should be appreciation-based, which means you show that you appreciate him in spite of the wrong things he does, and because the right things he does are far outweighed by his good. I think you would want the same concession.
Be patient, beautiful child. Offer him pleasures that he cannot get at home, and he will be yours. Amazing. Unique. He remained faithful. But no worry. We lost him, but I have another assignment for you, beautiful child. For every one we lose, we win many more.
Avoid at all costs comparing your husband to other husbands. For instance, never make a comment such as, "I wish you were more like Janet's husband. He is very considerate." Or, "Margaret's husband is real handy around the house. You should get him to help you with some of our fix-it projects." Or, "Stacy and her husband just got back from a vacation in Hawaii. We never go anywhere exciting." Statements such as these are usually made by wives to motivate their husbands to change some aspect of their behavior, but what it actually accomplishes is making the husband feel like a failure, and maybe that his wife might not be happy she chose to marry him. There is another hidden danger in such comparisons. They can produce a boomerang effect, and come back to strike the wife. Once she initiates comparisons, she unwittingly provokes her husband to compare her to other wives. Most likely he will compare his wife to women beside whom his wife comes up short. To keep the peace, he may never reveal his mental comparisons, but the exercise might tempt him to be as dissatisfied with his wife, as she seems to be with him. Were the enemy to cause one of the women he compares his wife to take an interest in him, he will have a difficult situation to manage. And suppose one of the husbands that the wife admires decides to pursue her? Well, I think you get the point. To avoid all these unintended consequences, the wise approach is to simply tell your husband with clarity and kindness what you want from him, without comparing him to others. I also recommend practicing good relationship hygiene, which means deliberately controlling situations and environments that make it easy to yield to temptation. You are a human being, so don't overrate your strength. Desire is a brainless, heartless tyrant that respects no boundaries, so don't give it ground. We must manage our humanity by respecting the limitations of self-control. Many husbands and wives have failed because they thought they were strong enough to handle potentially compromising situations that even angels could not escape.
I said no.